Greetings, everybody who again with us today. Another Monday, another show, healing from our trauma. I don't know what time is it in your region, but wish you good health and hope you are right. So we continue to speak with our guests. Today we have no guests, but Makaku will be tell us today about World Media Coalition, Jazz Lovers Television. What is this? That our listeners in future will be more good understand what we do.
Thank you, Zulu King Frickson. I'd like to welcome Pradithi from India. She's on listening. Ahmad from Brazil, one of our technical producers in Brazil. And of course, you, Zulu King Frickson, and the Lugansk People's Republic, our technical producer there. Today's production is the World Media Coalition Jazz Lovers Television Network business model presentation. I'm going to say that again. The World Media Coalition Jazz Lovers Television Network business model presentation. The World Media Coalition Jazz Lovers Television Network, LLC, is the umbrella company. The World Media Coalition is one broadcast platform. The Jazz Lovers Television Network is another broadcast platform. So underneath the umbrella of the World Media Coalition Jazz Lovers Television Network, LLC, Limited Liability Corporation, there exists two broadcast platforms. The essence of our broadcasts are news, business, arts, culture, and entertainment last. And I say entertainment last because the type of entertainment that our network produces and will produce is cultural, spiritual, upliftment entertainment that doesn't denigrate our culture, our women, our community. The World Media Coalition is one broadcast platform that will handle news and business. And that has been primarily what the World Media Coalition Jazz Lovers Television Network has been focused on producing over a year now. The organization, the LLC, was first started in July of 2021. I'm sorry, July of 2020. In any event, we have been functioning for over a year now. The Jazz Lovers Television Network has yet to launch officially, although it is the second broadcast platform. And what you saw in the opening was some of the productions that have been produced by the World Media Coalition. So the business model of the World Media Coalition Jazz Lovers Television Network is a subscription-based stakeholder marketing business model. And that component will primarily be on the Jazz Lovers Television platform. Now, what does that mean? A subscription-based stakeholder marketing business model. First and foremost, there has never been jazz television, ever. And there is a worldwide market for jazz. And right now, that genre of music is diminishing. It's being overshadowed by rap and other forms of music. The jazz lover is a worldwide market that transcends race, ethnicity, culture, economic status, religious affiliations, etc. You have people all over the world that love jazz. So the Jazz Lovers Television Network is going to be a subscription-based, a subscriber network, stakeholder marketing business model. So the membership subscriber will have a monthly subscription rate. And that monthly subscription rate, depending on when the subscriber comes in, the member subscriber comes in, will be a lifetime rate that will never go up. For example, the pre-launch rate for the Jazz Lovers Television Network subscription will be $29.95, give or take. That will be for life. $29.95 for life. As a member subscriber, now you will have the opportunity to recruit other subscriber members into the Jazz Lovers Television Network. For your recruitment effort, you will get a stakeholder payout, $7.95, whatever the case may be. We'll work the numbers out going into the future as we launch and prepare to launch the network platform. That stakeholder payout will also be for life as long as the person maintains their subscription. Now, here is the value of that. To be able to recruit at $29.95, $7.95 stakeholder payout. Once you have recruited 5 member subscribers, your subscription is already taken care of. And you are getting a stakeholder payout as well. The value in that is this. You reach a number of approximately 200 subscriber members. You multiply that times $7.95, whatever the case may be. But that number allows you to now submit to the network a production idea. Once you have received once we have received that production idea, it's evaluated to determine its market value. Meaning that the market value of the production idea will grant you the ability to get it produced. So now you have the opportunity to get your ideas produced on our network. And the cost will be shared between the network and whatever stakeholder payouts you're receiving to cover the cost of production. So that's the membership subscription-based stakeholder marketing concept of the business model for the World Media Coalition Jazz Lovers Television Network. So to date, there have been a number of productions broadcasts. Our channel is on Odyssey, odyssey.com. So there's Wmcjltv on Odyssey at odyssey.com. Additionally, you have Wmcjltv Telegram network. So right now we have two broadcast platforms. Odyssey.com and Telegram. On June 5th, the World Media Coalition Jazz Lovers Television Network is taking our productions to another level. June 5th, our talk show host, Van Miller, is having a birthday party, as well as the official film production launch of her television program, I Found My Voice. I have a camera crew that's going to be coming to that celebration. It's at the Blue Marlin Bistro in South Fulton, Georgia. The Blue Marlin Bistro just opened up their grand opening a couple of weeks ago. The owner is Quinn Bartlett. So the World Media Coalition camera crew, with our lead camera producer, Phil G, will be bringing his crew in to tape that production. That production will be our first venue location filmed, and it will be put on our Telegram channel network and our Odyssey channel. Wmcjltv TV at Odyssey and Telegram. Moving forward, those are some of the types of productions that will be taking place at different venues, particularly the Blue Marlin Bistro. The Blue Marlin Bistro will host a number of events for us, meaning that one of our colleagues, Joe Lance Williams, who is the leader of the Coasters, the world-renowned rock and roll group from the late 60s, the Coasters, is going to be working with us to produce shows with the Coasters at the Blue Marlin Bistro. We are also in talks to produce in November during the Hip Hop History Month and the Zulu Nation anniversary and the Hip Hop anniversary. The Zulu Nation anniversary and the Hip Hop anniversary are irrevocably tied together because Zulu Nation began the year before the hip hop rap music genre launched, and it was launched by the Zulu Nation. Excuse me. So we'll be speaking with members of the Zulu Nation, including Africa Bambaataa, because the World Media Coalition is going to launch the 5 Elements of Hip Hop award ceremony during November of this year. Tonight, Monday, May 23rd, I will be having my second conference call. Thank you, Pradithi. Thank you. Pradithi tells me to take some water. Thank you. And when I'm also going to turn off this ceiling fan. So give me a moment, please. Thank you. So tonight, I'm having a second conference call with Captain Dennis of the Nation of Islam. Captain Dennis was also on one of our productions a few weeks back. He has an organization called the Peacekeepers. He has launched an initiative with the Peacekeepers and with some of the rap artists. 2 weeks ago, we were on a conference call with Eric B. of Eric B. and Rakim, Chuck D. of Public Enemy, Fat Joe, a major rap personality, Malik Farrakhan, a good friend of mine who I've known for over, I'd say, a good 30 years now, 40 years. Malik Farrakhan was also a professional football player. Before he changed his name to Malik Farrakhan, he was Tony King. And he was part of the trade that O.J. Simpson, when O.J. was traded to Buffalo, Tony King, Malik Farrakhan was on the other side of that trade. So moving forward with Captain Dennis, we have a phone call tonight. And I will be speaking moving forward with them about launching the 5 Elements of Hip Hop Awards ceremony that will be held at the Blue Marlin Bistro in November of this year. So in order for us to be able to grow our network beyond just the Telegram platform, the Zoom platform, and to be able to take film crews into venues is designed to take those productions, film them so that we can then begin to get sponsors to advertise their companies, their products, etc., on those film productions in the live venues before live audiences. So we're talking about the revenue generation for the World Media Coalition Jazz Lovers Television Network beyond just the subscription-based stakeholder marketing concept business model that we'll be launching when we open up the Jazz Lovers Television Network. That is where this network is going. News, business, arts, culture, and entertainment. News and business. News primarily that is brought to you that the mainstream media is not interested in, doesn't want to project, and wants to continue to have information that is primarily designed for mind control. Right now, Zulu King Fixin is bringing us information from the conflict in Lugansk People's Republic that has been going on for 8 years, and it's being broadcast in mainstream media as Russia invaded Ukraine. So there are other things that have been brought forward on our network coming out of Nigeria as well. So our effort is to bring out information that the mainstream media does not cover, but is relevant to the development of our communities worldwide. So again, the World Media Coalition Jazz Lovers Television Network, LLC, is the umbrella corporation, limited liability corporation. The 2 broadcast platforms are the World Media Coalition and the Jazz Lovers Television Network. The business model is a subscription-based stakeholder marketing business model. It's not a network marketing, it's stakeholder. Stakeholder means that as a subscriber, you can bring in other subscribers and you will get a stakeholder payout. And those payouts are for life. Are there any questions?
Yeah, I have some questions. Please tell us where you find your guests for the World Media Coalition and Jazz Lovers Television, and who is your guests mostly is, and why you are doing this show, why you started it.
Okay, what was your first question again, please? Because you got three questions in one question.
Yes. Where you find your guests, and who is your guests are?
Okay, you can find us on Odyssey, which is similar to YouTube, but it is a younger platform than YouTube. And for us, it's very functional because we aren't censored like they censor you on YouTube. So you can find the World Media Coalition, WMCJLTV, at odyssey.com. And you can also find the World Media Coalition at WMCJLTV on Telegram. Many of our guests are people that are known by our producers. One of our producers is Ahmad Mansour, coming out of Brazil. He's a technical producer. And the other producer is yourself, Zulu King Frickson, coming out of Lugansk People's Republic. And we will be developing other people around the globe, including Pradeethi, who has been on a number of our productions as well, and others additionally. Van Miller is our primary talk show host with the Van Miller Talk Show, I Found My Voice. We have Dr. Carla Prince, another one of our talk show hosts, who is the host of the Healing from Our Trauma, The Strength of a Woman. We will be developing other talk show hosts as well moving forward.
Okay, please, and tell us why you start this show. Like I understand, you start to make production in the summer of 2020, and
Yes.
it is already 2022, so it is 2 years. And so, why you continue to make the production, and what is the reason for this show?
Well, this particular show is to talk about the business model. And this particular production is designed to give people the opportunity to learn about the World Media Coalition Jazz Lovers Television Network. Because moving forward, this production will be a training production, so that people can get the concept moving forward, and people who want to work with us now have the ability to watch this particular production, so that we don't have to answer questions all the time about what is this about. Your first step in training is to watch this production. Secondly, we will be moving forward to develop our training platform so people can be trained in our production concept. Our production concept is very simple. Unscripted, unrehearsed, one take. Unscripted, unrehearsed, one take. Now, there will be times when people will be doing presentations, marketing and sales presentations that will come with a script outline. That's to begin the recruitment for the stakeholders, subscriber stakeholders, and to begin to be recruiting sponsorship and advertisers for our productions. That's moving forward. This initial production primarily is designed as an overview, so people begin to embrace the concept of a subscription-based stakeholder marketing model concept so that they can speak about it with clarity.
Okay, thank you. And please explain to our watchers and listeners what is the difference between the Thursday show that called I Found My Voice and today's Monday show, The Healing from Our Trauma.
The concept behind the Van Miller production, I Found My Voice, began with an initial event that was done at the Theater in the Square in Marietta, Georgia. And that event, I invited Van to come down, and she and her mate, Howard, came down, and he is in the trailer, the production trailer that opened the show with me. And when she came in, I called her up on the stage and we began speaking. And she said to me that when she turned 60 years old, she finally realized she had a voice. And I said to her, Van, that's the name of your show. Let's produce your talk show, I Found My Voice. So the reason for that production is to be able to bring people into a space that's unscripted, unrehearsed, one take, to talk about what's really happening in the world. And we brought in a number of different people, artists, authors, community-based activists, etc., to speak about their experiences and what has motivated them along their life path. The Healing from Our Trauma, The Strength of a Woman production is a platform whereby people can talk about their experiences of healing. Healing is in 4 dimensions: spiritual, psychological, emotional, and physical. And trauma can be localized. Trauma can be ongoing. It can be generational. It can be contained in our DNA. It can be an immediate trauma. It can be trauma that has existed in a curse for over 500 years, like the curse and the trauma of the people of the enslavement trade, of the and the genocide here in North America, or America, and the genocide in Nigeria, and the genocide in Ethiopia, and the genocide in the Against People's Republic, and the wars that have been fomented that have left people with trauma in their DNA. It can be immediate trauma from post-traumatic stress or post-traumatic slave syndrome. So the healing from our trauma, the strength of a woman. The woman is the mother of the nation. When you lift the woman, you raise the nation. Many religions have taught that God is a man. Well, a man does not bring forth child. So if God is a man, where is the woman in creation? The woman in creation is the mother of the nation. So when you lift that woman, you raise the nation, because the woman raises the children and the children make up the nation. So when we talk about healing from our trauma, healing is universal. It's spiritual, and it affects and impacts humanity, because humanity must heal from its wickedness. The wickedness of humanity has caused disease to be in the earth. Disease is in the earth. The earth is going to cleanse itself. There is a a prophecy from this land of Wmcjltv that goes back over 2,000 years. It's older than the Bible. It's older than the Jesus concept. It's older than Muhammad. And it speaks about the prophecy of the birth of the white buffalo. Was brought about from the Lakota Sioux and had gathered in the Western Plains over 2,000 years ago for a powwow, a gathering of the people. And the sachems, the chiefs, sent out the hunter warriors to find game, to find the buffalo, to feed the people. So when they sent the warriors out, they came back after the first day with no game. They didn't find any buffalo to feed the people. They went out the next day. They came back with the same result. They went out the third day. They came back with the same result. Now we're talking about over 10,000 people or more had gathered in the Western Plains from the 7 sacred flames. The 7 sacred flames represent the 7 nations of the Lakota Sioux. Because each nation of the Lakota Sioux, when they did the powwow, they all had an eternal flame. So now, on the 4th day, they go out, again searching for game. And the 2 hunter warriors look in the distance, and they see a figure coming toward them. And they, as it gets closer, they realize the figure is Wmcjltv Tonka. A Wmcjltv Tonka is a spiritual figure, a spiritual entity. And they realize it's a Wmcjltv Tonka because it's floating above the earth. It's not walking on the earth. And as the figure gets closer, they realize it's a beautiful Algonquin princess. And as she gets closer, one of the warriors starts to lust after her. And she beckons for him to step forward. And when he does, he's struck by lightning and disintegrated. The other warrior hunter drops to his knees. And she says to him, "No, stand up. You must take my message to your people and prepare them for my coming." So she instructs him in what to say. And he goes back and he speaks to the chiefs. And he instructs the chiefs to prepare for the coming of what is known as the white buffalo calf woman. And she comes and she walks amongst them for many days. And when she's leaving, she says to them, "Beware the birth of the white buffalo. For the birth of the white buffalo is a sign that mankind has until the 21st day of the 21st year of the 21st century. The 21st day of the 21st year of the 21st century has passed us, people. It was January 21st, 2021, the day after the inauguration of Joe Biden as president of the United States." And she said, the birth of the white buffalo is a sign that mankind has until the 21st day of the 21st year of the 21st century to redeem himself before the great purification. To redeem himself before the great purification. Now, redemption is not for us. Redemption is for the raising of fallen humanity. So when she says to redeem himself before the great purification, it doesn't mean to redeem himself to stop the great purification. To redeem himself, to get right in your spirit before the great purification, because the great purification has already begun. You're not stopping this. The climate change has already begun. The melting of the polar ice caps, Antarctica, and the Arctic ice cap has already begun. So I want you to imagine this. Imagine the cold air coming down from the air coming up from the south, from the Arctic regions. Imagine the water raising the sea levels from the south and the water raising the sea levels from the north. When those air masses meet, you're going to get tremendous energy developing all types of storms and tornadoes. When those waters meet, you're going to get tremendous energy raising tidal waves. You're going to get the weight of the water that's going to shift the earth on its axis, which is going to cause the plates of the earth to move. So the healing from our trauma is not a healing that can prevent any of these things from happening. It's a healing for your spiritual consciousness to begin to align itself with the spiritual energy that's going to be coming down, impacting the earth. So the great purification has begun. And lastly, I want to recommend that you go to my production, The Kushite Kemetic Cosmological Mathematical Equation. It is on our Odyssey channel. The Kushite Kemetic Cosmological Mathematical Equation. It talks about the mathematical equation that's unfolding in the heavens right now based upon the Greco-Roman calendar time construct of 2021 and the Kushite Kemetic cosmic time construct of 6,261 going into 6,262 on the Kemetic Kushite time construct. So the World Media Coalition Jazz Lovers Television Network is our independent television production network that has been brought forward to give us the opportunity to bring news, business, arts, culture, and entertainment, unscripted, unrehearsed, one take, to the world so the world can hear our voice. Wmcjltv, Lion of the New Dawn. Take us out, Fiction, with the production trailer, please.
Okay, and before we out, you ask to update me about Lugansk People's Republic, and I want to also ask Pradipti. Maybe she is have some questions for Makakovu today. If Pradipti still with us, I see she is with us. Maybe you can open your mic and ask some questions. Pradipti? Pradipti, can you hear us? Okay, maybe she is busy. Okay, I will be tell you my report for today. The struggle continues, every Thursday and every Monday I speak for you same story, because it has happened with us, and it is very hard for our people, for people of Lugansk People's Republic. It was started in 2014 when the civil war came to the Ukraine country, in that year, in 2014, that was the Ukraine. But Ukrainian government start make genocide and Russophobia politics of native Aboriginal people of Lugansk, Donbas area. So Donbas native people rise up against the Russophobia politics and against the genocide, because Ukrainian government start to make some crazy crimes against humanity, against moral, and against the life of our people. Ukrainian government start killing our native Donbas people that are living in Lugansk People's Republic, and also our homies from Donetsk People's Republic. So our people rise up and start make the revolution, and our people start make the struggle movement against crazy Ukrainian government that pay private military groups that have financials from United States government also, and from Great Britain and other European Union countries that have money in so-called financial banks. So today this struggle continues, and in 2022 the Russia support us and recognize our Lugansk People's Republic like the sovereign country, sovereign republic, because 8 years we was fighting for our independence, and the European Union and United States government don't want to recognize us. Only some countries from Africa, like Democratic Republic of Congo and South Ossetia and a few other countries, recognize our independence in Lugansk and Donetsk People's Republic, but other countries, so-called civilized, they said that they are civilized, but these so-called modern civilized governments support Nazi military groups and support the killings of Donbas native people. And it is really a bloody massacre that today was stopped by Russian soldiers that came to Lugansk People's Republic not for invasion of Ukraine. They came to defend people like me, like my family, like my neighbors. We are not soldiers. We are just citizens, civilian people of Lugansk People's Republic who never take in their hands the weapons. But Ukrainian government think that if we not support their Russophobia politics, so we are the separatists, and we are the terrorists, and they wanna put us on the prisons. They wanna destroy us only for different opinion, because we have a different opinion in our minds. We not support Ukrainian politics, and only for that reason Ukrainian government trying to kill us and clean our land where we was born, where was born our grandfathers and grandmothers. We have own history, we have own traditions, we have own families, and back in the days we have no problem with Ukrainian people, because Ukrainian people and Russian people, it is a family, that people that came from one family tree. But many years before this conflict is start, was made the hard propaganda. This propaganda was trying to change the minds of people that was lived in Ukraine. And you know, this propaganda that was have money from people like George Soros, and people like he pay for media propaganda, pay for some dirty media propaganda that try and change the minds, or not only people in that watch TVs or listen to the radio. They put the propaganda in the books, in the history books, in the books of children who only came in first class in school. In they trying to change the minds of new generations of Ukrainians, little kids. They trying to change the minds of little kids. They put the propaganda in schools, books of Ukrainian educational system, and the first idea of all educational system in Ukraine in these modern days, it is the hating of Russian people, and also the hating the people of Lugansk People's Republic and Donetsk People's Republic, who is have Russian roots, who have grandfathers and grandmothers that speaking in Russian. You know, I am also speaking in Russian, and I'm also speaking in Ukraine. I know all these languages, and I was born in the Soviet Union, but then when the Soviet Union was fought, I was living in the so-called independent Ukraine many years, and we have no problems with the people. Never. We never have the problems between the people. Never. Never. Remember these words. We never have the problems with the people that was living in Ukraine. We have only the problems with the government. And the government, like I said, Ukrainian government, make the big crime against the people, not against other political movement, not against other so-called weapons squads, military. No. First of all, Ukrainian government made in 2014 the crimes against native aboriginal people of Donbas area. It is the east south part of ex-Ukraine. Now we are not Ukraine. Many people today can open the map in a Google or internet, and found the place where I'm living, and you can find the so-called Ukraine, but you can't find the Lugansk People's Republic on this map, on Google Map. Why? Because they still make propaganda against us. Today they blocked our internet resources, not our, but their internet resources. They closed the access for us, for our people in Zoom, in Facebook, in the Instagram, in the Twitter, TikTok, and LinkedIn, and many platforms that controlled by main propaganda leaders of this planet. They twice deleted my YouTube channels with videos. When I post some videos about the music, because I'm also represent the international universal movement of artists, the DJs, the breakers, the graffiti artists, the MCs, the universal Zulu nation who is trying to uplift and show the truth and do the knowledge. First idea of this movement, it is not the party and bullshit like some today's so-called rappers trying to put in the mainstream. No, we are for the knowledge, and this knowledge today I'm trying to share with you because it is more important to understand what is going on around us today. And the music today also sometimes lost the idea to show people the truth. Of course, we using the art forms of hip-hop culture for the positive thinking. It is also main to change the life in the beautiful side. We have not only the war problems, we have always the problems with drugs on the streets. We have the domestic violence in the families. So it is many problems around us, and not all artists and not all musical DJs and not many songs today have the idea to show what is really goes on around us. Of course, we have good positive vibrations in the songs, in DJ sets. We, of course, trying to show the people that hip-hop, it is about overcoming negative to the positive way, but also it is the knowledge about the mathematic, about the peace, love, unity, having fun, and also the knowledge, wisdom, understanding, overstanding, understanding, and the freedom, justice, equality, about the science, about the truths. We continue support our local families, and we continue each one teach one. It is the main reason of this big movement, and the World Media Coalition Jazz Lovers Television, it is also the platform that can show you the independent voice of the public, because, like I said, so-called media platforms like YouTube blocked the access to the for the information, and they deleted the information without the reason. They said that they have some reason for the spam or for the some not good kind of the content, but like I saw, they never delete the musical videos, but they also always YouTube deleted the videos that contain the about COVID-19 or about some war acts that going on our side. And what is Facebook is doing today? Facebook is support the Nazi military group that was found in Ukraine by the financial people who have big money from the Europe and from the United States. It is so-called Azov battalion that killed many people in Donbass, civil people in Donbass. And Facebook show these people like the heroes, like the defenders of the Ukraine. And Facebook show their symbols. You can find in internet the symbols of so-called Azov battalion, military Nazi Ukrainian groups. And if you make the research, your own research, I don't want to tell you this long story about these Nazi symbols, but you can make now your own research. Just text in Google the Azov battalion of Ukraine and symbols of Azov battalion. It is the black sun, occult symbols of Nazi Germany that the Hitler used back in the days, and also so-called SS division of Nazi Germany military groups back in the days. So these modern military groups using same symbols, they using same politics of genocide of the people, and this is a big problem that don't wanna share today our world. Most people, even in Russia, think that the politic that Russia today is making, it is not good, so we can stop the war. Yeah, of course we can stop the war, but how we can stop the war when these Nazi military groups from Ukraine came to our land and killing our people? We not came to Ukraine, to the Kiev or to the places where living these soldiers, so-called soldiers, but it is the military criminals. We living in our own land. I'm living in Lugansk People's Republic. I was born in Lugansk, and this is my place to be. This is my native land, and I don't wanna go from my land. So my people today, and my brothers and sisters, my fathers, and our people today defend our land. We not defend political system. We are defend our land. So people today in the world must know that, first of all, we are defend the land of the Lugansk People's Republic people. And some of this media propaganda in the West world are trying to show today that we the terrorists that make destruction, but you know, in the territories that today are already free from Nazi military groups of Ukraine, there today the specialists make new bridges, make new roads, they rebuild the buildings, and specialists repairing the bridges across the rivers in the districts that was few months ago by the occupations of Ukrainian army, but today this land is free, and our people today have no problem. They just live in the peace life. You see these people on the screen. It is the road workers. Like you see, they have in the hands not the weapons. They have in the hands the instruments for the rebuilt new road, railway road, and these people, it's not soldiers like you see. They built the railway, and this is the railway from Lugansk People's Republic to the land and territories that today not already in occupation of Ukrainian government. It is a railway for the free territories that have freedom by with help of Russian soldiers also. And some companies in these territories already have no war. They begin to supply the products to the Lugansk People's Republic markets. So we are today already not only have the war, we are already today built the economics system also. You see, people have no war, people have the job, people have the plants, people have the business markets, people have the places where they can have job, where can they have money. And you see people smiling. You see this woman, she is have smile on the on her face, and this man also have smile on his face, cause he have no already war. He have today he have the job, and he can have money, have for food and the future, for good life, for life with freedom and without the criminal soldiers, military, private Nazi groups that today run. They run today from our land. And you know, 8 years they killing us from 2014 and for nowadays. But in 2022, these killings was stopped, and today we are trying to show them that we don't want to recognize Nazi Ukrainian regime of so-called independent Ukraine. Ukraine, long years not independent. It is the colony of United States and Great Britain and European Union. Ukraine, it is not independent country, and it is only the colony, like I said. And you can make your own research in digital, in the internet, in the free researches. By the way, you can have more information on the Odyssey channel, also in our channel Wmcjltv, World Media Coalition Jazz Lovers Television, and in other channels of this platform. It is the one of the main platforms in the web today that have no censorship, and we can speak free. So thank you very much for your attention. Thanks Makakuva Leo Bay for this production, and also thank the Pradipti who is joining us today for this meeting. It is always good to see you in this meeting, and always good to have new guests and one older guest. Always more good than 100 new guests.
Thank you, Lou King Frickson. It's the World Media Coalition Jazz Lovers Television Network production of the business model presentation on Monday, May 23rd, Healing from Our Trauma and Pradipti. Thank you so much, as always.